There it is. Welcome home. This is the Residency Podcast. I am Jeff Tomasic with Drew Belcher and Lo Raven.
Yes, sir.
Bringing you the biggest guests and stories in entertainment, business, pop culture, and sports from our studio on the Las Vegas Strip inside the Mandalay Bay. Make sure to subscribe on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. This episode is brought to you by Mandalay Bay. The man, the myth, the legend, Grammy Award-winning Usher continues his residency all the rest of August at Dolby Live at Park MGM with tons of dates to choose from. And the Las Vegas Aces have completely taken over the city with their games in Michelob Ultra Arena. Make sure to get tickets to any of the upcoming home games. You know the drill. As always, come say what's up at our studio inside the Mandalay Bay Sportsbook. Anytime, say hello. Look, we got a good episode today.
It's Thursday.
We just found out we all have about 1,000 mutual friends. Yeah. We got World Series champion, MLB All-Star, and just so happens to live in Las Vegas. Dexter Fowler, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. When you were going through the promo, I was like, wait, that's not me. That's not me.
Yeah.
You're going through a lot of stuff.
Man, the myth, the legend.
I was like, oh.
If
yeah,
you didn't know, he also will win a Grammy. Super impressive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After baseball, it's really easy. He just went right into this, won a Grammy. By the way, speaking of after baseball, is this situation normal for you now? Are you full-time commentating? What's going on here?
You know what? I'm dabbling.
Okay.
I'm dabbling. You know, I did TBS, MLB on TBS last or a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, and loved it. It's and they actually called me back, so I'll be doing it in 2 weeks again.
Okay.
Sick.
Yeah.
We're out there watching TBS. Can we get a collab going? What's happening?
I'll talk to him when I get there.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
The commentating contracts have just exploded in recent years.
They have.
You'll be able to do that forever, the rest of your life.
You know what? It's something I enjoy doing, and I'm a people person. So talking mess and having fun with it is nothing new.
Where's it at, LA?
It's in Atlanta. So I'm from Atlanta too.
Atlanta, yeah.
I'm from Atlanta too, which is the crazy thing. So I go see my parents, my brother, my niece, and I got some aunts and uncles and stuff live there. So it's great.
I feel like Vegas is a place where they should build a studio. This would be an ideal.
They have to,
ideal
right?
location.
They got everything else here.
Yeah. 100.
I know they do like pop-up ESPN stuff once in a while. But
Yeah,
they need to
everything,
there needs to be a true studio here for somebody's broadcasting. West Coast can't just be LA anymore.
But it wouldn't be just one. You
They
got
all
7 of everything here.
Of course.
Yeah.
So if there's one, it's everybody, right?
We want to reserve the broadcasting for us anyways. Actually, stay in Atlanta. We're good.
Yeah, use us if you need it.
We got it all dialed in here. By the way, speaking of Vegas and baseball, seeing how we're going to put you on the spot, see if you have any inside information here. Dexter's connected, everybody. Not only did he win a Grammy, but he's also very connected. Are the Oakland A's coming to Las Vegas?
You know what? I don't know.
Yeah?
It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. I feel like Vegas deserves their own team.
Ooh,
Okay,
I like that. I like that a lot.
You think expansion team from the...
I feel like we could do one in the National League, one in the American League.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah.
That'd be humongous.
So what?
32 teams? That'd be perfect.
They said they're doing expansion teams, but not till 2025 or something? 2020...
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I have no clue. But I feel like Vegas deserves its own team.
Just to build it from the ground up?
I love
absolutely. Absolutely.
I feel like Vegas.
I think basketball too. They deserve their own team.
Basketball, I think we're gonna get.
Yeah, because I love the Raiders. I love
Yeah.
the Raiders. They came here, but I feel bad for Oakland.
Sure. If the little brother, we're taking all their shit.
I feel bad. I feel
You
bad.
just don't want us to steal 2 teams from one city.
the
I mean,
Warriors
look how-
went across the bridge too.
Yeah, the Warriors
but
went to the
look
San
how
Francisco.
good the Knights have done.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Yeah.
It's been great to watch, and Vegas deserves that. They deserve their own team.
I also think Vegas is impatient, and if the A's come, they'll be like, "Yep, bring them. We're not waiting 4 more years." You know what I mean? We want it now.
Very true.
But I also agree with you. I think Vegas in the local market, they'll accept the organization a lot more better if it's a team that's Vegas born, just like the Knights were.
Absolutely. And
It would say.
it's funny because you look at the Athletics and playing in O.co, it's like you put your head down every time you go in there. They got to do something.
It's a
They got to do
shithole.
something. Yeah. You leave and then you're like, oh, good. I'm back in the big leagues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
Did
back
you
in
see
the
You can
big
talk
league.
the shit. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I mean
trash.
the stadium is just not it.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
need to do something. It's not the team, it's the stadium.
Yeah,
it's
for
like
sure.
it's crazy. The facilities just aren't there.
Do you see some of their attendance numbers? They were comparing them to some of the other smaller teams or things going on in California. Like all the minor league sports are eclipsing the A's attendance by like thousands.
Right,
That's tough.
right.
That's
Thousands right now.
I feel like if we're talking about it, I feel like Vegas needs a team and Nashville needs a team. Nashville's
that should
getting
be a great
crazy.
market.
Like that'd be crazy.
That's it.
I love Nashville.
I like Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah. What other major
And people
markets?
got people you'll
Austin?
you'll get the people from out of town because they love Nashville, they love Vegas.
it's a huge
Like,
tourist
you'll get-
destination as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll go watch the best teams play in
Yeah,
Vegas.
they already
and
got
Nashville.
two
Nashville's
teams over there,
booming,
right?
too.
NHL, obviously
Yeah.
NFL.
Yeah.
Why not?
North Carolina could use a team too. The Carolinas could probably do
They
pretty
should.
good
They
on the
should.
team
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Because you get all of North and South Carolina right there.
Absolutely.
But they probably would never do Nashville and the Carolinas. Probably one of the
No,
other.
it's too close. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Unless they do something like Portland.
Yeah. But Portland's too small compared to
Yeah.
Seattle. There's
Right.
already like a middle
Right.
market team up there.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love Portland. I went to Oregon State, but I don't think they're gonna get one.
No.
But can you imagine a Vegas dome, baseball dome? Oh my god.
That'd be crazy. They got to do it at a hotel though. I
That's
think they
not
would
the
do it
Rio.
at a hotel like Toronto. That'd be sick.
Ooh.
I want it. We want it all. We're just really selfish. We want. What comes first, basketball or baseball? You think?
I want to say basketball.
They already have the arena. They'll
I
play
want
at
to say
T-Mobile,
basketball. Yeah, I want to say
basketball
basketball
for sure.
Something going on.
Yeah,
All right.
the infrastructure's already there.
Guys, we'll see if he tells us any secrets off the air. We'll let you know. Question off the rip. Let's go right into it. Do you think baseball is the hardest sport?
I mean, I play baseball and I was pretty good at it. So I think honestly, it is the hardest sport. I can't really look at it like that because right now I think golf is the hardest sport.
Okay, by far.
I
For
mean,
sure.
because
Yeah.
I've been doing it as long as I've been playing baseball my life. So like, in my opinion, if I jump into golf and baseball, like out of like 2 years ago, I jumped in both. I think baseball's harder.
Wow.
Really?
Like off the rip, if you're brand new to
Yeah, yeah.
either
If you're
sport-
brand new to both sports, baseball's way harder.
By far, and I would agree. I would say, looking at like extreme athletes, take LeBron James. Let's take you for example. Put you in some pads, put you tight end or a wide receiver in the NFL. You'll probably be trash, but you could probably run a couple routes, do a
Right,
couple plays.
right.
You throw any of those receivers up to home plate with a bat in their hand against a major league pitcher.
Right.
They're not even fucking close. They're done. They're sat down. Goodbye.
You know what's funny is back when I was with the Rockies, Melo was in. I remember like it was yesterday. We were at dinner, and Melo was in. Play for the Nuggets,
Sure.
and we're sitting there, a bunch of group of us, and me and Melo had a discussion. Melo said, "Do you think you could average 4 points a game playing like, I think it was like maybe 24 minutes a game?"
Yes, the answer is yes.
Average 4 points, or could he before he could hit over 200 or 100? I was like, bro.
No.
in,
And I said, I'll give you
Give me the rock.
four at bats a game every game.
Yeah.
And you're not. There's dudes right now that aren't hitting over 200, and they're big leaguers.
And they've been playing
Right.
forever.
And they're big leaguers. So
excelling.
we had that argument. I said, I'm an athlete. Like, I'm fast. I can get garbage points.
yeah.
I
I'll
can
get a
get
rebound
garbage.
and put a
If
tip
I'm
in.
playing, I'm guaranteed to play that much. I hope I
Just
hope
a
I
race to
score.
4
And
points?
he's like, oh, I was hitting. I can hit.
No.
Like,
Sorry,
I said,
Melo.
all right, bro.
No, Carmelo.
I said, we'll
the
see.
answer is no.
I said, Mel, that's a tough one, but I said, bro, baseball.
All day. I mean,
Yeah.
not only is it a 98, 100-mile-an-hour fastball, it's a 78-mile-an-hour curveball, a 92-mile-an-hour slider, and then you're trying to hit a
hold on.
round ball with a round bat square.
Not-
But it's not even
even-
that. It's not even that though. The thing about baseball is, with any other sport, basketball, you have the perfect rotation, the perfect shot, it goes in, right?
Yeah, it's all on you.
Baseball, you can hit, you can square up something perfect, it's out. Go sit down on the bench.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
true.
Very
You
true.
hit it
You
really
can
well.
crush it. You can have the perfect swing, perfect. You can make the perfect pitch or whatever, and there's so many variables. Like golf, like you can get up there, you hit the perfect ball with the perfect spin, whatever.
The wind takes it.
It's a good shot.
Yeah.
Right? It's nothing's gonna stop you. Baseball, you got 9 guys competing against you.
That's a very, very good look at it.
damn.
I like what you said too.
We're gonna clip that. That'll be a clip. We're gonna put that out there for the.
I mean,
Also,
yeah,
a good
yeah.
example of just hitting, obviously, next to impossible. But if you just look at the athletes who have just thrown first pitches, barely have them get
Absolutely.
the ball to home
Absolutely.
plate,
fucking trash.
let alone
It's
hit
hard.
a fastball.
It's
right?
hard. It's like Giannis. Like Giannis was there. Remember he was in New York, and
Oh,
he was
yeah.
hitting. He was trying to hit off the tee, And it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. Baseball's tough.
No, but Drew made a good point off the air. He was saying like Hall of Famers hit the ball only 3 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
And you're
The average.
considered
You're
great.
the best.
Like fucking fantastic.
Yeah, if it's 4, there's never been done.
If you fail,
once,
if you fail
right?
7 out of 10 times,
Right?
you're a fucking phenom.
Right?
Yeah.
4 out of 10, like you're the best ever.
That is true. That's so, when you put it like that, right?
Yeah, there it is.
Out of every 10 times you hit the ball 4 times,
It is crazy.
it doesn't happen.
So which pro athlete do you think could come into the MLB right now and do the best?
Mahomes.
Really?
Really?
He played baseball.
He did play baseball.
Yeah.
He played
Yeah,
baseball.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
Yeah, him. I got him. Probably, obviously Russell Wilson.
yep,
Well,
Casala, Kyler.
Kyler. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kyler.
Small strike zone.
He had a contract though, right? For
Yeah,
baseball.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
those dudes who
Russ,
play.
too.
Yeah,
Russ had like the text.
yeah. Russ played with the Rockies, so he came up. Yeah, yeah. So he came up in the organization when I was there. So
Yeah, that's pretty wild. Who else do you think would be good?
I mean, you look at, basketball, football. There's a lot of dudes that I think would be. They're good athletes, and
Yeah,
they,
for
they-
sure.
It's a learned sport. It's a learned sport. If you have
Yeah.
hand-eye coordination, it's a like. But I mean, off the top of my head, I know. Was it Spider from what's his name? Utah Jazz.
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
Donovan Mitchell said he can play.
Really?
Yeah,
I would love to
so-
see that.
Any baseball players right now you think could go to another league and dominate, or at least do really well?
Yeah, I mean,
Tons.
you guys. I can say Stanton and Judge could play football.
Yeah, all
Well,
day.
Yeah, those
Yo, Judge
Monster.
could
Judge is a monster.
that tight end.
Yeah.
Dude,
If you
imagine
put
that
Aaron
tight
Stanton
Judge-
played football. Stanton could have played. I mean, you got a lot of athletes in baseball that could do, but that proves it. Like, who can come play baseball, and who can go play basketball and
right.
football and whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
way more baseball players that could do that than could come and just jump in and play baseball.
Yeah, for sure.
Who do you think is the greatest athlete of all time?
Greatest athlete, Bo Jackson.
Bo
I would say
Yeah,
that's
good.
the one I was going to say.
Deion.
Bo Jackson or Dion.
Yeah.
By far.
Anyone who really actually did two pro sports professionally?
Yeah, and,
It's just such an insane
and did them well.
concept.
Excelled.
Yeah,
Not just
excelled,
did two.
but-
Excelled.
Yeah,
Such an insane concept.
Yeah, I love the Dion stuff where it's like he stole a base, hit a home run, and scored a
MJ?
touchdown.
Michael Jordan.
MJ,
Yeah.
come on.
Michael Jordan jumped out the bed like, "Hey, you know what? I'm playing baseball
Sure.
again.
I'm gonna
Like,
leave my prime and go play baseball,
And
'cause
he
I'm
did play
bored.
golf. Like the dude's like he's an athlete.
I love when you ever watch the Last Dance and then they go to the White Sox phase.
Yeah.
And just the minor league games sold out, people freaking out just to see him play any sport. It's just unreal, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
amazing.
Just
absolutely.
unreal. Speaking of that, by the way, you were a Jordan athlete.
I am.
Are Jordan
I am,
athletes
I am
still?
a
It's on
Jordan
his
athlete.
chest.
Yeah.
All right, so what? I don't know if this is just like. So being a Jordan athlete, what is being a Jordan athlete really like?
I'm a huge sneakerhead.
Okay. Okay.
So I've always been a sneakerhead since I was, since I can remember, probably 7 years old. Like I get shoes. It's rubbed off to my daughters because now my daughters like we get shoes. Like they send them Jordans and like, oh my god.
You see the Memphis boxers show up. She's like, oh,
I get so many Jordans that my daughter thinks that this is me.
wow.
That's a compliment.
That's
That's
a
a
very
crazy
good
I'm
compliment.
like, no. He's way better than I was.
Dad, your merch is killing it. You know.
All my friends want my dad's
Your
shoes.
dad-
right.
Hey, that's Michael Jordan. That's my dad.
They get major cool points because, like, I mean, my daughter wears some custom ones that hadn't come out yet.
Love that.
Like to the dance studio because she's a dancer, and everybody be like, "Wow, those are sick," right? And then obviously it's a vibe. Like everybody is only six of us in the MLB.
Wow.
So when you're a Jordan athlete, are you, just so everyone can listen to what it really is like, when you're a Jordan athlete, do you just get anything Jordan that you want no matter what? Or do you just get boxes sent to you?
So you get boxes of everything in your size that comes out, which is, I mean, it's
heaven.
it's unreal.
It's too much,
heaven.
probably. Yeah.
And it's still like Christmas. Like I've been with them for 8 years now, 9
Same.
years, and I'm like, this is unbelievable. Like every time boxes come, I'm
like
like,
Christmas?
yeah, I'm like, what do we have? I'm like a kid in a candy store, like opening the box, like
I bet.
these are sick. My daughters are like, what do we have? What did you get? What did
Yeah.
you get?
What's for us?
Yeah, right.
Keep digging. You
And
know
my
what I'm
my wife's now, she's on the train too, so she's like, oh, let me see those. Oh, I need those. Call me
Fully
right now.
sponsored
Yeah,
family
I need
at this
those.
point.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So we get Nike merch too. So like we use that money, but I mean at the end of the day, like you get everything you want. It's golf shoes, it's baseball, you know. And then when we started being able to create our baseball shoes, like that's special to me because like I try to break the internet every year. Like I'm like, hey, because we have a contest within the group. We got a big group text,
Right.
and we got a contest, and I always go last.
Good.
Because I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm
gotta
gonna bring
come
the
up with
heat.
some
You know,
heat. Yeah.
And all the boys like Manny and all them like, Dex, what you got? What you got? I said, "Man, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see.
You'll see on the
yeah,
field.
you'll see it.
You'll see
You'll
on
see
the
it
field.
later
So
on.
who are the other Jordan? You, Jeter.
Yo, Jeter, obviously, yeah. Jeter's been a pioneer, but I mean, those guys, like active guys, is myself, Manny, CC's still on there, Gio Gonzalez is still there, Kyle Lewis, Mookie, Yachty, Machado. I think that's it.
crazy.
So when did you sign with Jordan?
14 going to 15.
Okay. What was that like?
Bro, it was I mean, just to get a call and them want me, it's just like, I mean, I almost had tears. Like like I said, I'm a huge Jordan fan. Of
course.
I'm a huge sneakerhead. Like,
Yeah.
and it was funny. I went to Jason Tatum's golf tournament this past weekend, and a bunch of the Jordan guys were there.
Yeah.
And we're over here just talking sneakers, and I could do that all day.
All day.
All day,
Oh God,
every day.
you and Low. Here we go.
Yeah.
All day, every
Sorry,
day.
yeah.
Like you ask me, and then like, what's your favorite? And it's like it's crazy because I think outside the box. I think outside of everybody's like, or inside the box, pun intended.
Hey,
So-
Shoe joke.
So
TBS friendly joke. Let's go.
So everybody's like, what's your favorite Jordan? And I'm like, obviously, I like the ones. I like the threes. I go 9 through 13.
okay.
And then my ultimate favorites are the 17s.
Oh,
17?
My old-
Nobody
Yeah.
would like nobody talks about the 17s.
My girls are 16s.
Yeah.
With the little strap.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
the pat on the toe. Those are my
Yeah,
favorites.
okay.
Yeah.
The 17s,
nobody
they
ever
came
says
in the
it.
briefcase.
Yep.
With
The
the
blue
DVD, the CD, sick.
He's probably getting 6 unreleased colors like next week.
Hey,
So they have this
unbelievable.
drop.
But they had those are ones they haven't really re-released.
Yeah.
Which was there's dead stock. Those are dope.
Yeah.
I mean, they did like 3 years down the road. They came up with another colorway, but they never come out.
I remember 'em.
Nasty.
Yep.
Yeah, sick.
My favorite.
I remember the
I got the briefcases. I got dead stock
The silver-
briefcases.
the briefcase
silver,
ones, right.
the silver briefcase, the
Yep.
red briefcase.
Wait,
was
so are
nasty.
you have like a lifetime deal essentially almost, or like
Uh,
are you just
until they
sponsored
tell
forever?
they tell me not to, but
Yeah.
you know,
lifetime.
I love the brand. I've always
Yeah.
loved the brand. I kind of want to do some stuff like with the brand. Try to build the game because I believe baseball culture wise needs to change a bit.
Sure. Right.
And I think the brand can jumpstart that.
You know, I don't think people understand how intense podcasting is and how necessary a Jordan athlete podcasters would be.
That's
You know
what I
what I mean?
said.
Like-
I was
like-
just talking about that.
Like esports have sponsors now, like podcasters, like, you know, it would be a big moment.
I
to
was
be the
just
first
talking
Jordan
that.
brand podcaster.
That would be sick, and just bring guys from different, and we talk sneakers. That'd be
yeah,
sick.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I love it.
and
It can be done.
so.
MJ, come on,
Mike,
MJ.
Mr. Jordan,
Mike.
Mr.
you know,
Jordan.
when you have a second, it would be new vertical,
Absolutely.
new vertical.
I like
sure.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Lifestyle shoes, podcasting shoes.
Yeah.
For the people who
because
Sweatbands,
because
sweatbands.
being a Jordan athlete, everybody talks shoes. We
Sure,
all that's
sure.
what we do. Like creating shoes, new shoes. Like
It's part of the culture. It is the culture.
It's part of
It
the
is.
culture.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
need that.
and everybody tries to one up each other too.
Of course.
That's the
Everybody got
thing.
these,
That's the
everybody
thing.
got
Like yeah, but like
Yeah.
we all get the same stuff, but then
There's-
you kind of
yeah,
like
you gotta rank up.
you kind of just try to
Right.
shit on everybody. else.
Yeah.
I got this plug.
Lightly,
that-
just say it lightly. We kind of try
What
to shit
are
on
those?
like these? Oh, you
Yeah.
haven't seen these?
Wrong.
No. no.
All right, let's go back to. Can we go to Cubs era real quick?
Let's do it.
Next round, Cubs era.
Let's do it.
I mean, I don't even know where to start really. But you won a World Series with the Cubs, broke the infamous curse. What was that Game 7 like?
You came out hot.
It's a blur.
Yeah.
You did come out hot that
It's
game.
a blur. Yeah, we were all pumped up. We were actually playing a lot of guys that in the clubhouse. There's they have like the arcade games, and we were playing Mario Kart. Like before every game in Cleveland, we'd be playing Mario Kart like on the sticks, like 4 of us be on there. And so it was funny, like probably like a month ago, Riz sends me a picture of they still got it in there. So
Oh, really?
Of him playing Mario Kart. Yeah, it was dope. It was dope. But we were all relaxed, man. We were down 3-1 and came back. Like
Yeah.
pressure wasn't on us, it was on them.
Yeah.
Right?
What was that like?
Like I
And
said,
what
it
was-
was a blur. I gotta go back and watch it. You'll ask my wife, my family. Like I haven't watched the game.
Really?
I still look. I'm getting goosebumps. Like
Yeah.
I still get like, I'll be nervous and I know what happened.
Right.
I was there.
Yeah, I was there.
I was there.
I got mad. I still get mad when Rajay hit the homer.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's slipping away. No.
Come back.
Right.
Come back.
Do you think about that going to the World Series? Like, damn, I wonder if I'll ever get here. Like, I can't lose.
You definitely, I'm gonna be honest, you definitely sit there and take it all in. Like, especially like when you're first going to the World Series, it's just like, wow, like
Right.
this is unreal. Like, who would have thought like you're gonna play, you're the only two teams playing.
I also think winning the World Series or winning any championship in any professional sport is obviously the pinnacle, top of the mountain.
Absolutely. But we won the World
Right.
Series.
But there's
Right.
different versions
Right.
of winning that.
Yes.
And yours was, I think the next step up is like a deciding game, right?
Yeah.
A game 7 in any sport, obviously football is only one game, but game 7 in basketball or hockey or
Right.
baseball, already a different echelon. But then you guys broke this
Curse.
insane Chicago curse, like the Budweiser commercial, like we had talked about, just showing all of the people like with their anxiety of you if you're going to win or lose.
Yeah,
right?
in the bars,
Yeah.
crying.
Absolutely.
Just
Yeah.
going nuts. Was that like a big, like the pressure of the Chicago part of the World Series? Was that
You know what?
wild?
Taking it all the way back. If you're a kid playing in your yard,
Yeah.
what do you think about?
Full count.
Full count,
2 outs, yeah.
game 7,
Yeah.
you know,
That's it.
World Series.
Yeah.
Hitting a homer or what, and it's like it's a childhood dream.
Yeah.
And it's like you do something like that, like you can't,
crazy.
yeah. And then you have grown men and grown women coming up to you, giving you hugs, saying thank you, and that's it.
It's so wild.
And you get like, and I think about it. I was just thinking about it the other day. I'm like, okay, you go, like you said, in professional sports, you come in and you want to win a championship. And I was blessed enough to win the championship. Like when I'm born, like full circle, when you're born, you're like, God picked me to do this, like to
Right.
win, like we won this. Like this is crazy. 108 years, like I wouldn't even thought of, and we came up here and won a World Series. Like it's special to think about it. Like it goes deeper than just like,
It goes way deeper because, and look, I'm not from Chicago, no family ties in Chicago, and you just know how important
Right.
that was for people. Did that like weigh on the team a little bit, or do you just try to just not even talk
you
about
don't
it?
even think about it. You
Yeah,
don't
you
even think
don't
about
talk
it
about it.
because in our heads, honestly, in our heads, like that whole year, and you could ask anybody who was on the team, we knew we were the best
Right.
the whole year. Like the whole time. It was like, have we won 4 games in a row? Absolutely we have. Against the best teams. I mean, we won 100 and something games that
Yep.
year, 105 games or something.
Yeah.
And we didn't even, like, literally half of us didn't even play in September,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is crazy. We still kept on winning. We knew we were the best, and it was just a matter about going out and doing it.
Yeah. Just stringing 4 games together back to back to back.
Yeah.
I know, right? It's just reeling it off.
Yeah.
But against, don't get me wrong, like Cleveland was really good. Like you
Yeah.
had Q-Bolt, like Corey Kluber was insane. Like I thought we were gonna lose 3 games, and they were gonna be all the games he pitched,
Sure.
and we're winning all the rest. Like, because that guy was. I mean, the first game. I mean, you look at it, that guy was nasty. I was like,
Just lights out.
yeah, the ball's moving 7 feet, and I'm
Lights
like,
out.
oh my gosh, like
Lights
I'm
out.
like, I'm gonna swing at this one. No, I
Yeah.
can't. You can't.
Do you that home run that you hit? I mean, hitting a home run in general, but that home run, like, what's that feeling like?
I mean, it's surreal. It's so you don't think you try to go up there and you try to get on base for the guys like the boys, but after I hit that home run, I was like, it's game time. Like
It's like Jacks all day.
How was that slow trot around the bases? You
it
know
was
what I mean?
quiet.
Quiet.
It was
Yeah,
quiet. It was real quiet. It was real quiet. I mean, it was like I step at the bat, it's loud. First pitch, strike. Next pitch comes in, ball, they still yelling. I hit it and it was just like this.
Deafening.
There it is.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was silent. It was silent. The boys, I could hear the boys yelling from the dugout.
That slow home run trot, dude, right off the rip of the game too.
And I missed my first, so this is the thing. Like everybody's like, oh, you turned it. I missed my first base coach on the high five because I was looking at the ball.
Just
And I turned and I was like pointing at this. So it looked like a turn. And, I did it gracefully.
That is ridiculous, dude. I mean, look, by the way, congratulations.
Thank you.
I need to see this
Thank
World
you.
Series ring one day. We'll come out.
Yeah, I should have brought it. If you were telling me, I'd have brought it. But
We'll do a follow-up.
Yeah, I can't tell anybody where it is.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
It's just hidden.
And
Yeah,
it's
right.
done collectively too. Baseball being, I think, one of the only sports to where that collective team unit means more than anything. So, for example, like Tom Brady, probably one of the most dominant football players. Whatever team he goes on to, automatically they're probably assumed to go into the playoffs deep,
Right.
if not be Super Bowl contention.
Right.
LeBron James, any
Right.
team that he goes to, they're automatically in
Right.
contention. Baseball, it's different. It's not like that. So for you guys to do that collectively as a team, that unit really has to come together, and you guys did that year, and it was something special.
Absolutely. It always takes the right group of guys. I mean, it takes a leader, obviously, but it takes like LeBron and them, like they're leaders, like. But it takes a good group of guys too to be able to roll with you. Like we're all in the trenches together. Like that's what it's about. It's about meshing together and believing in each other. So
Just crazy. Sick.
It's massive.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, for
Appreciate
sure.
it.
That's
yeah.
it's just such a unbelievable story. Like it's weird to obviously as fans, right? Like you talk about like it must be from our side as fans. Like you're a fan of a lot of sports as well,
Right,
you
right,
play,
right,
But
yeah.
as just fans, like we talk about what type of games we want to go to, right? Like World Series or NBA championship or Super Bowl and things like that. And like the fact that you played in one, had moments in one, like you said, the World Series. It's just like a life trajectory, right?
Here's
It's just sick.
Here's a question. That feeling you had winning a World Series, outside of that, have you been able to replicate that feeling?
I want to say going towards that, it was probably the Olympics. Like playing in the Olympics, like being an Olympian, going to Beijing, and like I was in the Olympics in 2008, and like just being that team to go over there, and which was said to be the last baseball in the Olympics. So it's like going to represent your country.
That's awesome.
Like that was crazy too. Like being in there with all the other Olympians, meeting the president, like that was the pin of like that
Wow.
was like even
Yeah.
that was right before I got to the big leagues too. So I came back and was in the big leagues like
and
a week
way
later.
before the World Series,
Right, way
Like,
before the World Series.
yeah.
But I was like, I mean, to that date, I was like, that's something special. That like you said, winning a championship, but winning a medal and being in the Olympics, not many people can say that as well.
sure.
So it's like to that point, that was like, wow. That was the adrenaline.
feeling,
Like, yeah, you're playing
that's
against
insane.
Cuba, you're playing against Japan, you're playing against South Korea and it's just like loud, right? Stadiums packed out. It's awesome.
Crazy baseball countries.
Yeah, absolutely.
Madness.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's sick. Okay. All right, let's get some fun questions about
Let's do
baseball
it.
in general,
Let's
right? What's getting ejected from a game like?
Yeah, we saw. We did the research. Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think I should have gotten ejected.
Yeah, you're a great guy.
Yeah.
You're so nice.
Yeah.
You know what? I wasn't disrespectful. I got ejected for asking a question. I wasn't questioning balls and strikes. I just asked a question. Like, okay, you gave him it up. You gave him it down. Is it going to be up or is it going to be down? I don't think it can be both. Like,
Right.
what are we going to do?
Yeah, where's your strike zone?
And he said, that's enough, Dex. I said, I'm asking you a question. Like, is it up or is it down? That's the only question you could say up or down. You're out of here. For asking you a question? Unbelievable. Never seen it. So then the next day he's at third base, right? And obviously I didn't really get in trouble for it. I mean, you write the report, like it wasn't arguing balls, I don't think I should have gotten ejected. Next day I run by him, and the type of guy I am, I'm gonna throw it out there. So
Yeah.
I'm like, hey Vic, I'm gonna try to stay in for 9 today. And I ran out the center. Yeah, he started laughing.
That's good.
He started
That's
laughing.
good.
So
Do they like the players like celebrate when one of the guys gets ejected a little bit? Is
you
it
know
kinda
what?
like-
You know what? It was funny because I remember Lester would tell me a story, and Johnny Lester and Grandpa Rossi, which is David Ross, they would tell me that
Grandpa Rossi's a
they
great
would
name.
tell me that Petey, who is David, who's Pedroia, would tell them when they were on the Red Sox, he's like, I can't respect you. You haven't been thrown out of a game.
Wow.
So like it's kind of cool to say, yeah, I got one ejection. I got one ejection,
You have
right?
to, right?
Right. So yeah.
You don't care enough if you're not getting kicked out of
Right,
games.
it doesn't matter how it's that happened.
Yeah.
Like she got thrown out. Right?
Just got to do
right?
it.
One time.
Yeah, you need like the tattoo.
Yeah, you got the
essentially.
street
gotta
cred.
do it.
Yeah. It's like all right,
Check it off your
I've
list.
done that. I've
For
done that.
sure.
Yeah, put your backpack on, go in, sit down.
I like that. By the way, going back to the World Series really quick, I was reading something before we started the interview and like just Googling about the World Series, and an article came up and said that team is most likely, that story is most likely to become a movie someday,
I believe that.
which would be wild.
That would be
Sick.
wild.
Who would play
Who
you?
play you? Yeah, for sure. Who play you?
Who would play you in the Chicago Cubs World Series movie?
I play myself.
He
said,
I'll
I'm
just
on
play.
TV
I'll just
already.
play. If there was one person, I mean, Michael B. Jordan.
Oh,
That's perfect. That's perfect.
let's go.
That's right.
Let's
That's
go.
right. Yeah,
That's
let's do it.
perfect.
All right, that'd be solid.
Yeah,
All right,
that'd be solid.
Movie's coming soon. That'd be hot.
That would be dope.
If you,
That'd be really dope.
God, nothing like
Breaking the curse.
Like you said, right? Winning the World Series and then also getting a movie out of it.
That'd be
It's
so
not-
dope.
It's unfair, right?
That'd be so dope.
Hey,
Yeah.
cool. You could have 3 rings or 1 ring plus a movie, whole 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're putting a lot of things.
I still
in the
take 3
universe.
rings though.
Yeah.
All day.
course.
All day.
Like looking at it, like
saying, if you-
okay, movie's cool, but like 3 rings, like
That's crazy.
I mean, that's all as a competitor and that's
Need
what you
it.
play for.
Yeah.
That's what you play for to win. So
I like it. What are some changes in baseball that you want to see happen?
the analytics calm down a bit, man. Like I feel like we're playing a baseball combine every
Just all
game.
about numbers.
Yeah, it's like, oh, how hard did he hit that ball? Who cares? It's an out.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The velocity.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Off
how
the bat.
fast do you run?
Right.
Doesn't matter. He's running down the line and then back in because it's an out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, he went like, that was a 5-star catch. He was playing right there. Like, it's not like, it's just so, like, the analytics is in the same, like, it's just got to go back to baseball. We got to go back to wins and losses. We got to go back to, and I can talk about this all day because it kind of gets on my nerves, which is kind of why I was kind of turned off by baseball. Like, it was starting to get, like, too much. Like,
Sure.
I get it. It should be, like, you should use that as a tool, but it shouldn't be the all with all, right?
Right.
Like, and that's why I think the game showed out, oh, what's his spin velocity? Like, it doesn't matter. The dude's throwing this, let's hit it.
So you're saying it's turning too much like Moneyball.
Yes.
Right? Moneyball.
No, it's turning like a combine. Like, it's like
Just completely analytical.
Yeah,
Breaking
completely.
down every single little
It's not about wins and losses anymore, which is why you have guys hitting 140, 150, and they're still playing because they have tools.
Right. They're getting out, but your exit velocity is extremely good. So one day he'll get
Yeah.
on
Oh,
base.
yeah. He's fast, and
Right.
he can play here. No, he can't. He doesn't know how to play baseball. The guy doesn't know how to play baseball.
Run your ass fast back to your dugout.
When I
Because
first
you're
came-
out, sir.
Yeah, when I first came in, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Like
Yeah.
when I came in 08, it didn't matter. So I'm kind of like the hybrid, right? So I've been like where it was baseball. Like you had to learn how to play the game. I don't care how good you were or you were in the minor leagues until you learn how to play the game. And then now it's just like you got young dudes coming up. They don't know how to play the game, but they have a lot of tools. They sprint speed is faster. Exit velocity is good. They don't get hits. They don't know how to hit.
It's almost like you're learning skill, people say like you're studying to pass the test, not studying for the knowledge, right? You're
Right.
almost studying to
But I
pass
don't- and I
the
don't-
better qualification,
Right. And I don't blame the young dudes
course.
at all.
You gotta play the game.
No, yeah. And then, but that's how front offices are paying guys.
Yeah.
True.
By their war and their this and their that. Like,
Right.
what about guys that know how to win?
Yeah.
Like, that aren't probably the best, but I would have them on my side because they know how to win.
Yeah.
They will do whatever it takes. They will give themselves up. They will bunt. They will move the runner
Intangibles.
over. They will give themselves up to win the game. It's not all about just like, oh, I hit that ball 107 miles an hour and looking up there and it's like, oh, yeah.
There's just so much information.
But this
out.
guy's, that's a double play.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll take 2. Right?
Take 2
You know what I'm saying? Like,
He hit
for
it
the
so
dub.
hard.
yeah, like it's like, oh yeah, well, this guy's slider is this spin rate. Yeah, but it got hit. It's in the seats.
in the
He
stands.
yacked that shit
Right,
into the
it's
stands.
in the seats. Yeah,
Stands.
like I think that has to change. But like I said, it's not the young guys' fault. I think it needs to start like front office wise. I think they just
What
need
they value more.
Yes, I think they need to. It needs to be a good balance. I think it's just too much, and I think the game will change after that.
What about like? Well, obviously, a lot of topics the past few years has been making baseball like more exciting, more fast paced. Do you have any ideas to make baseball more fast paced, more exciting?
They just did something. What,
That's
2
a
seasons
start,
ago?
and
Yeah.
I think the culture has to change. Like you got to have like dudes to be wearing like the uniforms and stuff. Like that's what you look at basketball, you look at football, you look at like
Yeah.
they're looking at like those like
Their
the young
style.
dudes. Their style, their
style.
swag. Like
Yeah.
they look like look at those cleats. Like they're starting to loosen that up a little
little
bit,
bit, right.
But like they're trying to do it with the city jerseys and stuff.
Yeah.
But like people look at stuff like from the outside first.
Sure.
Right? The
Yeah, yeah.
physical first, and then they go like, oh, look at LeBron's shoes, look at like MJ, like and then they go like to the player, right?
Yeah.
So like you look at one of the young dudes love Stroman. They love Marcus Stroman, right?
Yeah.
Because of all this, like he has his own shoe stuff. Like he does a lot of stuff that is appealing to the younger crowd.
It's
And I
his
think-
expression, his swag.
Exactly.
It's-
Exactly. And you know, like baseball's so old school that we got to get out of that. Like you got to let people. You got to be able to let people show their personalities.
for sure.
And I think that right there in itself will bring more people to the game. And then you have the analytics side. If they shut that down a little bit, like not shut it down, but just use it as a tool instead of the wherewithal, I think that all that will pan out.
Yeah, it was so dope. Like Oregon football, USC football, Miami football, Boise State football with the gloves, with the text that match when you hold it up, and
Yeah.
the Oregon Ducks.
Well, you
the
love
100
that.
People loved it.
They
go
love
crazy.
it, but then they start watching it more.
Yes.
You got more viewers because
Yes.
of it's society today. That's what it's about. That's
Yeah.
what it's about. And then it's about the game. The people love the game, but then you have that too.
Yeah.
It's an added bonus.
Yeah, you watched Oregon football because they had 18 different jerseys every freaking game.
Well, there was like
a
100 different combinations.
Yeah.
They said.
Yeah.
And
And they
now
were
in
all
baseball,
insane.
what can
The
you
culture
probably
stuff.
grow a
Yeah,
beard
absolutely.
and you can wear your chains. That's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Right? That's the only two options you have in
Yeah,
college baseball.
absolutely.
And there's why even social media, like MLB wouldn't like. I remember reading this. I was just trying to like Google it really quick. The MLB wouldn't allow like highlights to be posted on like YouTube and stuff. It was like it was crazy. The
Yeah.
social media restrictions, they would flag it or remove from social media. It was just like MLB has always felt like a little slower on the progressive.
It's
nature.
always it's nostalgia. It's like
Yeah.
because it's an old game and it's
Right.
like they want to keep it like old, but like,
Right.
you got to move with the times or
Sure.
the times are going to leave you.
Yeah.
Facts, facts.
Right. So then you like the younger crowd is not going to like they're not going to watch anymore.
Should Major League Baseball lessen the number of games in a season or no?
That's a slippery slope, man. Because
Yeah.
I mean, you look at it like guys are getting paid, like owners are getting money,
Yeah.
like everybody's getting money, but like you pay for a product. I think guys get hurt all the time because there is a lot of games.
It's a lot of games.
It's a lot of games, and you got star athletes getting hurt because it's like these guys are playing every day, right? You're playing every day, and it's not easy. It's not easy playing 162 games in 180 days,
No.
right? And that's not even counting spring training, which you're there every day,
Yeah.
right? So February on, you're basically at the field
It's so
every day.
crazy how
It's a
many-
lot,
Yeah.
but
and your
at the,
star players are probably playing what majority, all of them.
yeah, and you got pitches blown out because it is a lot of games. So I think obviously it's a slippery slope. You can look at it both ways. These guys are paying like the owners and stuff, and they're paying a good chunk of money to, but they're also making a good chunk of money. So
You don't think it'll ever happen?
it might
Yeah.
Yeah.
a few games. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. Like I think it'd be like 10, 12 games.
There's not nothing wild.
But
Okay,
that's a
that's
lot.
fair.
And all in all, like I would love that. Like that would be good. I think 10 or 12 games makes a big difference.
Yeah, for sure.
a couple weeks.
Just
Especially
enough.
playing like places like Colorado,
Sure.
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
And then, because imagine you're going to postseason too. That's another month of baseball if you're going into the postseason.
Yeah, it's
Past
a
your
lot.
180. You know.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough,
Yeah.
especially to stay healthy and play. So you look at those guys who play all the time, like the Goldschmidts. I remember Prince did it like 4 years in a row. Like it was
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. Then you look at
Such a marathon sport, man.
right?
Like-
In baseball, you look at like Cal Ripken Jr. and you're like,
3,000.
So many
Yeah.
games in a row.
that's unbelievable. That's unheard of.
I was
Like,
at that record-breaking game.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Was it 3,000 something, right?
Yeah, and because I grew up in DC, but we didn't have
Okay,
the
yeah,
Nationals then,
yeah,
so the
yeah.
Orioles was our team.
Yeah.
So we drove all the way up to Baltimore. That was our
Wow.
home team then. The Nationals didn't exist till I was way older.
That's crazy.
So I was at that game.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was a weird, like
Well,
an insane stat.
That's
The game
crazy to
streak,
think
right.
about. Like, guys are still trying to play, but they don't like now. Like, if you're a starter, they're not really letting you play that many.
No,
Especially when I was in Colorado, we couldn't play that many.
that's a record that will be good.
Yeah, that's intact.
Just fine.
That's intact.
Just
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah.
All right, what are the unwritten rules that justify rushing a mound?
Throwing at your head.
Oh,
Okay.
that's one.
Can't throw at their head.
Fair
like,
enough.
okay, if you're trying to hit somebody, it's low.
Yeah.
Like, it's here.
Bat flip?
Nah.
No. Well,
I don't think bat flips, dudes doing stuff on the mound. If that's what you want to do, then do it.
Yeah.
But don't get mad if somebody gets you and they bat flip and they walk and they do whatever. That's fine too. So if and I think that as a batter too. If you're gonna pimp something, you hit a homer, you pimp it. Don't get mad if somebody strikes you out
Right.
and they doing something on the mound.
You gotta do
Don't
both.
get
For sure.
mad.
You
Like,
gotta do both.
have that same energy.
Yeah.
Have that same
Keep that
energy.
energy.
Right.
But it's
love
still
that.
not as accepted as it should.
Because
bat flip?
baseball's old school.
It's old school.
Yeah.
I mean,
like they said, let the boys play.
I
Like if
want
that's
them
what
to
it
play.
is, that's what it is.
it makes it fun.
But you don't get like, as players, you shouldn't get mad either.
Wait,
like,
where's that-
dude
that-
hits a 500-foot homer,
Bro,
he should walk.
pimp that shit.
He should walk because
Throw that
by
back.
the time he
Get that side
starts
shot.
running, if he ran and then he hit a 500-foot homer, he's probably at second base already.
Yeah.
Like he should enjoy it. He should watch it.
Bro,
That's
right?
just right.
pull your
If
fucking
you
cell
punch
phone
it,
out.
if you punch somebody out and it's 3-2, 2 outs, bases loaded or whatever, you top in the ninth or whatever, you punch somebody out, do whatever you
Yeah.
need to do.
There you
I
go.
love Fernando Rodney doing
Yes,
like,
yes.
I love it. He closed the game down.
Yeah.
But like I said, if somebody gets you,
You gotta be able
keep that same
Where-
energy.
Where does it come from? Is it coming from like the homies in the dugout? Is it coming from the manager? Are they going like, yo, next pitch, fuck him up, like go beat his ass? Like,
Nah,
what's
some
that-
dudes do it on their own. They go
Okay.
rogue
Got it.
They
got
go
it.
rogue.
because they're
There you go.
sensitive. They're
Sure,
sensitive.
sure.
Like, but don't be sensitive. Like,
Got it,
just
got it.
let's just go. Let's just play. Let have fun with it.
I love the bat flip.
I do
love
too.
it.
I want bat
I
flips.
bat
to be
flipped in my
hard.
day.
Yeah.
I bat flip, and I didn't even hit enough homers to bat flip, but
Yeah,
I bat flipped because it felt good.
You should, and it's
It wasn't.
celebrated.
Yeah, it
But
wasn't like.
I feel like
It's
it's,
a big league
probably
homer.
like a just a jerk reaction. Like when you're fired up, you're working hard, you're focusing, you smash home run, you're just like you know what I mean?
It happens.
It happens.
Too. It happens too, and you're like, dang, I didn't even know it was like that.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't trying to do that.
It's supposed to be an easy flip, but it kind of went really
Yeah,
high.
it was stuck to pine tar. You can blame it on the pine tar. You know,
was
pine
the
tar
adrenaline.
got me. Yeah,
The pine tar
right,
got me.
Yeah, pine tar. Stuck to my hand. Like,
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. The bat flip is key.
Right.
You need that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
I'm glad there's not necessarily like a restrictive celebration rule necessarily, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just an unwritten. It's more like unwritten rule.
Well, the thing about it is that when I was coming up, it was like, if you hit enough homers, you can do what you want.
There we go.
But like, if you got like 3 homers in the big leagues and
No.
you're pimping stuff, then it's just like,
no, act like you've been there before.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
sure,
you,
sure.
you gotta have some tact. Like
Yeah.
it's like, or some feel. Like you gotta know when to do it and when you can't. Like you hit a bases loaded at home, you hit a grand slam, like, and you're down by 2, like,
Yeah.
do something. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you can. Like, yeah.
Give me some Sports Center stuff,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
know
You
what I'm
put
saying?
somebody. I call it in the book. You put them in the book, then you know.
There you go.
in the book. I like that.
Yeah, you got enough homers. You put them in the book. Like,
Yeah.
nobody should talk to like. It's like Barry. Like Barry's my mentor. So if Barry's hitting homers, Barry can do what he wants.
Yeah.
He got 750 and 60 and 2 of them things, 60 whatever. He got a lot of
crazy.
homers.
Plenty.
Plenty.
Plenty of reason to bag.
Plenty of reasons. Right?
Do you think he belongs in the Hall of Fame?
Absolutely. Without a question. You ask anybody who played with Barry or against Barry, they say, who's the best player you've ever played against? Barry Bonds.
The most dominant and feared baseball player of all time.
Barry Bonds.
I love
You ask catchers, they're like, man, I remember when Barry first came up there, and when his bat would come through the zone, it was like we were almost about to catch the ball. Like the glove was closing, and you feel a whoosh, and that ball, he just sent it.
That's incredible.
It's incredible.
so
The
cool.
dude's unbelievable. He can still hit. It's crazy. He can still hit.
Really? And the fact that he was intentionally walked the most out of any player, I think close to 1,000 times intentionally walked.
The biggest pimp job is, not homers when he hits homers. It's when he pimps walks. because the dude will be in the windup and about to throw it, and he'll already be like this, take it off all his
Yeah,
gear.
right.
Take it off his arm
You're
guard,
not
like like this ain't even like I know this is like
They would intentionally walk him with the bases loaded.
Yeah.
They would rather
Joe
just
Madden
take
did
that
that.
one run.
Yeah.
Come on. Insane.
That's wild.
I agree with
unbelievable.
you.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the top 5 baseball players of all time. By
Yeah.
far the best hitter of all time. Deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. My favorite player of all time, easily. And yeah, he needs to be in there.
Absolutely. Him and Griffey. I mean, Griffey's Griffey's like
Dude.
growing up. That's
Everyone's favorite
That's
player
why I wore
growing up.
24.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
junior.
word.
Yeah,
Do
junior.
you remember when his cleats first came out?
Oh yeah.
Because we're around the same age.
Oh,
we
100%.
wore them all playing
100%.
travel ball.
The greatest
nasty.
baseball player logo ever.
ever.
Dude. Oh my.
So that's
God.
that's how I get my home run, like my
Yes.
Yeah.
my
that's
bat
the
drop
yes.
is because I'm watching Griffey. Like
We all try to emulate his swing too.
Right.
I was a
He
righty,
would
but
drop
yeah.
it right after that swing. Just
Yes.
yeah.
That-
Keep walking.
It was so nasty.
So nasty.
But you look at that, think about it. As kids, right? Going back full circle. As kids, you watch that, and what do you want to do? That, right? And the game today, what are people doing? Like where's that swag? Where's that culture? His shoes. What did you
Yes.
say? I remember his shoes.
The shoes.
One of
That
the
was
greatest
so-
baseball players ever,
Griffey
and
one.
you remember his shoes.
They're so
shoes.
different now.
Right?
But look, teams are pushing. What? Orioles got the home run chain right now in the dugout and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
they starting to,
they're-
but
they're pushing a
they
little
starting
bit.
to do it a little
Yeah.
bit. They starting to do it a little bit.
Are
but-
there when you're on base? Is there a lot of trash talking between the infield and the runners?
You know what is funny is a lot of people don't know. If you know me out there, I talk a lot of shit.
Okay.
I talk a lot. Like I smile, I laugh. I like to have fun. So I
Yeah.
talk a lot of shit, but I'll be laughing. But I know everything that's going on. It's crazy. Just because I'm the youngest and I got an older brother, and my parents my brother and my dad, they used to talk shit to me. Like we used to talk shit. Like we back and forth. We still, even my mom gets in there sometimes. We be talking.
Chimes in a little bit.
Yeah. But I grew up like that, and that's how like the competitiveness. Like if I wasn't allowed to do that, I probably wouldn't have been the player I am. I was.
Do most players like have styles? Like they'll be the trash talker one, or they'll just become like completely silent when they're on base, especially.
Yeah, there's some dudes that would be quiet. I talk to everybody.
Yeah.
From the umpires to you ask anybody, I'm talking to everybody.
Once you're on there, you're just chatted up.
Yeah, I'm
you
in
on
the
third
box.
minute,
I'm in the box. Like yeah, I'm talking to the catcher. I'm talking to I'm talking to everybody. So
That's sick.
I like that. I think I would too, man.
it's funny.
sure. You
It's
have
funny
to.
because you got the old guys like Albert. Like I told Albert this, right? Albert was my teammate with the Angels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So when I first played the Cardinals, I get to first base. And I'm like, what's up, AP? I said, what's up, Albert? And Albert goes, didn't want to talk. I'm like, okay. So then we had a play. He kind of blocked the bag, and I kind of went on him. I was like, hey, man, don't do that. Like, don't do that. And next time he came and I cleated him, I was like, hey, I'm sorry, bro. You good? Like, I didn't know. Like, so then the next year I come back, and Albert's like, hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? And I'm like, Albert? Like, you talking to me?
We talking?
Like,
We
yeah, we
doing
talking now?
Yeah.
And then I told him that story, like, because his locker was right next to mine in spring training. So I'm like, AP, man, I didn't like you my first year because you didn't talk to me. He goes, hey, you were a rookie. I had to see how your mind was, man. I had to see how you were at.
He's OG.
I said, I love that. I said, okay,
Yeah.
I love you even more now.
Let's see
right?
if you stick
That's
around,
dope.
you know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
dope. It's
I
dope.
want to see him stick around. I think he's going to go after that record, the home run record.
It would be cool.
He,
It'd be
he
cool.
needs at least maybe
I don't
5,
think he's
6 more
going-
seasons.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna go that long.
No?
I don't think he's gonna
I
go
would
that
love
long.
to see it.
That'd be a tough ride.
It'd be it'd be long. I mean, AP, he's had a great career. I want to see him hit 700.
Yeah.
I want to see him hit 700, but I think that record's intact.
What about Judge this season? You think he's got a shot?
Monster.
With the
Judge
season
is a
record?
monster.
What's that? 70.
He got a lot to go. Honestly, if
He
you look
does.
at it, what's it? 73.
But he's on track, though.
He's on track, but he got to
40,
keep going.
Him
for
and
it?
Barry were pretty much neck and neck with the games played so far.
I believe
He's got confidence too because he turned down $1 gazillion. Like, nah, I'm
he
good.
does have
I'm gonna play-
confidence,
I'm gonna
but you
play
bet
this
on
year.
yourself, man. Like
Yeah.
that's.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
just set records. And
that's the
wow,
ultimate flex.
Facts.
You're turning down unlimited money.
It's like Soto. That's the ultimate
Yeah.
flex. But Soto's special.
Dude, he's so good.
He's special.
He's so good.
Soto's special. He's that young and he's that good. I remember me and my boy sat there for one of my teammates, we sat there for 35, 40 minutes just watching his YouTube swing because it's so pretty.
Special.
It was special.
And now he's down in San Diego.
The Nationals just love trading everyone away on Earth.
So mad. He's so mad.
Oh, that was a sensitive subject. I'm sorry. I should have brought him up.
There's like a meme of all the players the Nationals have traded away over the past like 6 or 7 seasons. It's outrageous.
I shouldn't have brought that up. I'm sorry.
It's outrageous.
You know what? I should have better feel than that. I should have better feel than that.
Unbelievable, man. Jesus. This is
Hey, they'll be back. They'll be back by like 10 years.
ridiculous,
Yeah. I'll give you 7.
Speaking of, we're done with this. We're done with it. Speaking of amazing players that you play with, can you put into words what Shohei Ohtani is doing right now?
Man, it's funny because you talk to Trouty, you talk to everybody. Like, it's hard to believe like this dude. Like, he should be the MVP all the time.
Every year. I said the same thing.
Half of what he's doing should be the MVP.
If he's mediocre, he should be nobody does that. Like,
it's impossible.
yeah, Babe Ruth.
It's impossible.
Yeah, he's the last one. Yeah.
it's impossible.
Who day in and day out, and watching him day in and day out, it's crazy because he's always with the pitchers.
Yeah.
He's never with the hitters.
Yeah.
He's always with the pitchers. And he gets his work in, and he's just but he's special. Like, his batting practice is something like I've never seen before in my life. It's unbelievable. Like, the
Fluid,
ball just keeps going.
consistent,
It keeps going. It keeps going. And it's oppo too. It's like, it looks like a right-handed pull hitter, and he's hitting balls like.
It just breaks
special.
my heart. I love it because I'm a diehard Angels fan. Been an
Right.
Angels fan my whole life.
Right.
So watching Trout come up and get signed when I was
Right.
younger, it was amazing. And then we got Ohtani, amazing.
And
then
Trouty's
it's
special too. Like, Trouty's
Phenomenal.
special to watch on a day in and day out.
unreal.
But then you watch that, and you watch watching them too. It's crazy how they're not in the playoffs.
I don't want to talk about it,
Yeah.
but I was going to get into it. Yeah, yeah. It's-
Yeah, I feel like injuries, man. You're
Trout
only as
is-
good
yeah.
as your injuries,
Sure,
right?
sure,
So
sure.
last year, I felt like we had a really good shot, in winning that division, and then everybody got hurt.
I feel like every year they just start out so good, and then
Yeah.
it just kind of just fumbles apart at some point.
Everybody got hurt, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But like I said, if 16, it was like in 16, you look at it, I don't know. I don't remember who got hurt. I remember I tore my hamstring, but that was it. I was out for 4.5 weeks. And I don't remember too many more injuries.
Sure.
Riz, KB, all them dudes, Javi, Jay, everybody. We were all healthy. All the pitchers, Arrieta, Lester.
Yeah,
Everybody was healthy.
Yeah.
I guess
Stacked.
that's just the nature of professional sports in general, right?
Absolutely.
You're
Yeah.
only as good as
Your healthy
everything
bodies.
you can and can't control.
Absolutely.
Right? It just comes.
Absolutely.
It's a lot. It's a lot of pressure to have on it. But Shohei Ohtani, as a accomplishment standpoint, when you start showing his stats from both sides of the game, is just ridiculous.
It's impressive,
young is
man.
he?
Shohei is
not
the 30, 29.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like 30,
Yeah.
30, 31 maybe, 29. He's not that old, but he's not that young.
He has an air too. He has an air about him. He's humble as hell, but his body language is
That's him.
Yeah.
Peacock a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's a big dude.
Does he stay with
too.
the Angels? You think?
No, I'm going to
I
say
don't
no.
think so.
You don't have to say it. I'll say
What,
no.
So if that's what I'm saying. He's so good on both sides, right? If you just took one piece of his game, he would be one of the most valuable players in just that piece.
yeah, 1.9 ERA. He's
But-
hitting fantastic.
But what is a contract? Because the MLB contracts right now are getting insane.
Yeah.
What does a Shohei Ohtani contract look like? A piece of the team? 3%?
I think he writes his own contract.
Yeah.
Who's done this?
yeah,
who do you compare this to?
For sure.
Right? You compare him to a pitcher, you compare him to a hitter. And by the way, he has 25 bags. He's the fastest, one of the fastest dudes out there.
Yeah, he's stealing bases. It's
It's
crazy.
unbelievable. It's unbelievable. He's like Superman in a Angels uniform.
it's so
And he's such a likable guy, too.
Yeah,
He's
so nice.
The smile,
Super nice,
too.
yeah.
It's like, do me a favor, take your top hitter's contract and your top pitcher's contract,
Combine them.
add a little bit, hit me up.
Yeah, it's
Call me
crazy.
after that.
It's crazy.
I
don't know.
I'll take 3% of the team. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Plus the salary.
Yeah, just give me some
Player
Yeah,
owner.
equity bonus.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
Player
saying?
owner's crazy.
Yeah,
right?
player owner. First one ever. What are actually go back to contracts. We were talking about this earlier before you got here. Because contracts are public, which is interesting. I mean, from a fan's perspective, we always see the contracts that come out, but from a player's perspective, do contract numbers being made public, does that ever affect the relationships within the locker room?
No, not in the locker room at all. The relationships between fans and players, it does.
Okay.
And I believe if you didn't know how much a guy gets paid, a lot of guys will be more liked.
Wow.
Really?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because
The expectations are just so
as
high.
a fan, people come in and are like, well, they're paying him this much money.
Sure.
Like he should be doing this.
Oh yeah.
But you look at it, and the dude's having the same kind of years that he's always had.
Right.
They paid him for what he's done,
Right.
right? Not what he's doing. I mean, unless it's like an extension, like they're paying you for your future.
Right.
But they paid you for what you've done,
Yeah.
right? And
In the hopes that you'll continue
but you
doing it.
can't continue to do the same thing that you've been doing,
Right.
and people still hate you. They're like, oh, well, he's getting paid this, and
Yeah.
but I did the same thing that I've been doing. Like if you look back, actually, I've had some career stuff going on. Like,
Yeah.
The Twitter warriors.
The fans,
from the
dude.
couch.
You'll never win.
It's easy from the couch.
Sure.
For sure.
It's easy
Plus-
from the.
plus-
It's easy playing fantasy baseball. It's easy playing fantasy sports.
Yeah,
Like,
watch out. These two are big fantasy football guys.
Yeah, yeah.
These dudes
Football,
love
football.
that shit. Here we
Well,
go.
I mean, I think you have. So you don't think that has ever really affected relationships in the clubhouse at all?
unless it's work ethic,
okay.
Right.
right? But like, everybody knows how hard the game is. But if the guy gets paid and then he's not working and it's just like whatever,
Sign the deal. Now I can chill.
yeah, then it's chill, and then that's when it
Right.
affects the character
Well,
of
most
the
of the time,
squad.
everyone's just like happy that everyone's getting paid.
Yeah,
That's as it should be. Right?
as you should be.
Right.
Like this, because you know how hard the game is. You know
Yeah.
how hard people work. Like I said, it depends how hard you work. Like if there's dudes that don't work, or there's a dudes that's just an ass, then it's like it gets paid, and you know the dude's selfish and don't care about nothing.
Right,
but like,
right.
then it's just like, all right, man, like. It's cool you got paid, but like,
Yeah. Come on.
right? Like post, like now you guys still got to play.
Yeah,
Some work
yeah.
in. Put some work in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
People can't stand that for sure.
It's to see the MLB contracts now. It's like, boy, the game's gotten. Even from when, like, really the 2015, 2016 time to now, business is
It's
booming.
like 3x.
Yeah.
4x.
Yeah,
Business
business
is
is
booming.
booming, but inflation is booming.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm
it should
saying.
keep booming.
Everything's tearing.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We can't stay the same, and inflation's
Yeah.
going
Facts,
like this.
facts.
They're unlocking some cheat codes.
Yeah,
that's for
like
sure.
yeah, everybody getting paid.
I want to Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge both have this year. Be like, yo, man, what are you taking? Yo, man, what are you taking, bro? You
What are
trying,
you taking?
you trying to shut this
I think
thing
Shohei.
down?
I think Shohei will wait till Judge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a different because Judge plays on the field. I mean, he plays outfield,
course.
but the dude pitches every 5 days. Like they're in a whole debacle.
Tough.
But
great problem to have.
Hey,
but
but
tough.
great problem to
Great
have.
problem to have.
But they're both gonna get paid for sure.
For sure.
They are both getting paid.
Well,
ridiculous.
yeah, well, they're gonna get paid well.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Superstitions. We also talked about superstitions. What are some of the wildest superstitions you've seen in the MLB?
I can't really say. Can I say it? I don't know if I can say it. Like,
I'm
Jason Giambi had one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just leave it at that. And I laugh at every time, and
Can you hint?
It works.
Can you hint? Can you hint?
it had to do with some underwear.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I can imagine where that goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but there was some like guys I know they eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and stuff before every start. Like they're like food wise, I know like guys eat with the same thing or like. But other than that, I don't think it's gotten that crazy.
Out of control.
I know Fletcher never really showered. Used all the same stuff. He was getting hits.
There you go.
Stick
That's
with
one
it.
for sure. That's definitely
It's nasty. It's nasty.
Yeah. But
I was never really superstitious because I was just like, hey, look, what's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Sure.
Like, it's not what I'm wearing. I believe. Don't get me wrong. I believe in a process, like going to the cage and doing this, and
Right,
like I
routine.
believe in a routine, a process. But like wearing stuff and all that, unless it was real bad,
Yeah.
it was like, what else could I do?
I gotta get out the slump.
Yeah, what could I do?
Let me
Like,
get a new superstition right now to change this up.
absolutely, I gotta figure out something. I'll
Peanut
try
butter and
anything.
jelly sucks.
Right, I'll try anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that. Also, do you have like a top 5 players currently you think in the MLB that's like these are the next generation?
Not even next. They're the now.
They're the now.
Top 5? I mean, there's a lot out there. There's top 5 I like to watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, I would say Trouty. I mean, Shohei on the mound and hitting, that's special. You got Mookie.
Yes, sir.
You got Judge. You got Soto. You got Machado. I mean, there's not like, I love watching the way these dudes go about their business. Like, you got DeGrom. Like, watching DeGrom pitch is
Animal.
right. You got Diaz coming out the bullpen with that walkout music.
Yes.
Like, that's special.
Monstrous,
like,
dude.
that's
Monstrous.
special. Like, I love watching that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, it's good for the game. But top 5 guys in the league, like, I mean,
The list is just too long at this point.
it's too long. And I obviously you have some bias because I play with a lot of dudes and, like, you know what they bring to the table. Like, what Goldie's doing right now, like, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah, like playing with players and really seeing, like you said, how they practice, how they work, and seeing like behind the curtain a little bit. It's probably
Right.
got to be a whole new perspective.
And
But-
appreciate
absolutely,
it.
absolutely. You appreciate it. You appreciate it because you know what type of dudes they are, and even Carp. Like, watching Carp do what he did, like, you root for people like that just because, like, you know how hard baseball is, and you've seen, like, anytime you see a guy that was good and went down and then back good, like, that's awesome because he went through some trials and
Right, the
tribulations.
comeback,
And,
yeah.
like, you're always rooting for people like that.
Well, speaking of playing with all the good players, like what, and you mentioned going to the Olympics, obviously, but what was the All-Star playing the All-Star game like?
I didn't get to play.
Oh, you didn't get to play in that one?
I had my hamstring was messed up.
So you just got in there. So you didn't
Yeah,
play
but
in
I was starting and everything. But it was a dope experience to be there. It was Big Poppy's last one.
Oh.
Yeah, it was great. And then Stan's my boy. He won the home run derby, so it was cool. It was cool. We had a good time. It was in San Diego too, so the weather was gonna be perfect.
It's the best stadium
It
in
was
the
a
league, I
vibe.
think.
It was definitely
Yeah.
a vibe. So I'm
Another accomplishment on the list.
absolutely. You just checking boxes. I like checking boxes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for sure.
checking boxes the right way, not
The right
just
way.
like
Yeah, you gotta get it
so,
done.
absolutely.
Because that's got to be, obviously, when you get inducted to that kind of like little fraternity, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That moment.
Yeah, and anytime they can start adding accolades, like in the beginning of the show when you were adding like all the
list.
Usher
World
stuff, and
Yeah.
I was just like, but you can add stuff like to your name. I mean, that's legacy.
Yeah,
right?
congrats on your Grammy again.
I know, right? Hey, coming soon, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? 100%. Look, man, we really appreciate you coming on the show.
No, appreciate
This
it.
was the last
Appreciate you having
episode.
me. Absolutely.
Anything else that you need to tell the people?
Keep watching baseball. It'll change.
I like
I like
that.
it.
There we go.
Gotta get some flavor.
like
It'll
that.
change. It'll change. Yeah.
100%. Look,
love
man,
it.
Vegas, stand up. This
Absolutely.
was awesome, man.
Absolutely. We'll do it again.
We appreciate you.
Bless love.
Guys at the Residency Pod, you know we love you. We'll see you next week.